Are you trying to grow an online business by ranking on YouTube? Or are you just trying to increase the visibility of some of your articles by getting better SEO? Well, this video is for you as I look through what the Google Search Console can do for your online business, some of the things that you need to be aware of when monitoring the performance of your ranking articles. And I'm going to dive into my Google console and just show you some of the things that I would recommend getting started with right away. So hey there, Tim Pinkman here, and I currently build my business all around the YouTube platform. But today I've got a secondary motive. I want to also be found. I want my articles to be ranked high on Google, so then people actually come over to my website and read my blogs. So today I'm going to dive into my Google Search Console and show you what I would do. So here we are in Google Search. I've just gone to Google and typed Google Search Console. It will bring you out onto this page. You can just click Start Now. This brings me straight over into my homepage because I have logged into this before. Now, if you haven't actually logged into Google Search Console before, you need to go and add a property. So you'll be faced with this page. First and foremost, you need to go. If you have already got your domain, I'm assuming you can just add that into here and then click continue and then follow their setup wizard so you can actually register your domain at this site. If you haven't done that, you need to go away and do that before you can actually do anything more. But as you can see here, I've already done that, and you can actually add more than one property to your Google Search Console. And the Google Search Console is just a way of feeding back to you. It's like a dashboard of how you actually rank on Google, how your articles and blog posts are SEOable, how they are discoverable, and how many views and clicks you actually get. So it's a good thing to do to actually monitor the performance of your website. So that's the first thing to do, is go and add a property. The second thing to do is go and add a sitemap. So a sitemap is basically a bunch of code to tell Google Search Console the structure of your website. And all you need to do here is you need to go to your website and then type /sitemap.xml. You hit return on that. This is just going to give you a page of coded material that basically reflects the structure or the wiring frame of your website. So I can see here, I've got some terms, I've got privacy, I've got a coaching page, that's my profile page. But then the majority of these, I can see they are my blog posts. So this is a good page to actually submit to Google. Just copy this URL and then you go over and paste that into here and then just click submit. But I'm not going to do that right now because I can see that my sitemap was last read September 12th. I'm recording this September 12th. So this was last read today. So it says success. It's discovered 78 pages. So that's a good starter for 10. So go ahead, go and grab your sitemap URL, go and check it out. Just have a once over, make sure that it does look like your structure of your website, and then submit that into here and then press enter. You may need to give it a bit of time to actually read each page. Then once you've done that, you can head over to performance. Now this is a good way of actually having a look at your performance over time. And I would say go down to the last 6 months or even the last 12 months and have a look at see how you're doing. Now I've highlighted here total clicks and total impressions. But the first thing you need to be thinking about is getting impressions. Or even before that, you need to actually get indexed. So some of the things that you have to bear in mind, once you put out an article, it's not automatically indexed on Google. You have to make sure and follow up with Google and actually try and force that or request an index. I'll go through that process in a second. But then the next thing after that, once it is indexed, try and get impressions for that. So have a look at maybe the last 6 months, the last 12 months. And as you can see, as I've been paying more and more attention to this, I'm getting more and more impressions. Now this is still a very junior account. I haven't been blogging for all that long in terms of Google terms. It is a long-term play. That's the only thing, or if that's the biggest takeaway from this video, it is a long-term play. So it could take up to 6 months to actually get ranking on Google. But then have a look at your total clicks. These are the clicks that you are receiving from people discovering your articles and blog posts and then clicking over into those and then reading them on your website. So as I'm just going to show my website, this is where all my blog articles go and they just list up here. So this is my latest blog article. I'm just going to go and click into that and open up the actual page to grab this URL. So this was published last week. I'm going to grab that URL, go back into Google and then go URL inspection. Now, if you have the time, you should inspect all of your URLs that you've actually blogged about, that you want your article to rank on Google. And as you can see here, Google is saying this URL is not on Google. So this is a red flag for me. It's probably because it's last week and I only posted it, so it hasn't had time to actually get traction. But every time you post, a good habit is to come on here and then actually request indexing. So I do this for every single blog post now. I go on, I post, I publish, then I come over to Google, request indexing, and then Google will test if this index or URL can be indexed. And then it should actually pop back up saying your request has been submitted, and then you can go away knowing that you've actually submitted that request. But every now and again, you should be coming back to the Google Search Console to 1, test the indexing of all your URLs, and 2, to actually see the progress that you've made in terms of the views and the clicks that you're getting. So this was added to the priority queue, priority crawl queue. As Google crawls sites, it will then hopefully be picked up in the next one. So that's all you can do for now. And then in addition to this, there's all sorts of pages and video pages that you can go through and have a check how you're doing in terms of performance. But all you need to do is look down at the ones that are not started or not indexed, go into those. So like here, I've got 23 pages here, currently not indexed. So I regularly come in here and I request an index for some of these that I know that are blog posts. So let's have a look at this one here. So I inspect the URL again, and then I see how it's doing. It's probably going to show up as not indexed, and then I'll request an indexed again. But all you can do is keep on at Google to try and submit a good picture of your website, so then it can actually, first of all, index it, so then it can rank, and then you can get traffic and free traffic to your website. But you've got to ask yourself, what is the whole point of actually doing this SEO work? It's literally to get discovered on Google. If this is your primary focus, you should be in here all the time. If it's a secondary focus like me, I'm in here irregularly. But my main goal is to get discovered on Google, bring them over to a blog post, and then try and offer people something for free, like a free lead magnet, and then subscribe them to my email sequence and have that relationship over time rather than make the quick sale. And that's it. This is but one of the systems that I use to actually run my whole online business using. And if you're interested in actually generating your own online revenue, I've actually put together a free workshop. Head over to timpeakman.com/workshop, where I talk about my online revenue system and how I generate online revenue streams. So I hope you found value in this video, and I look forward to seeing you on another one real soon.